What is futures trading? I want to make this video to give a beginner's guide, a complete beginner's guide to futures trading. Talk about the basics of futures trading, the benefits of futures trading, and how you can get started. When I started trading, I was trading options. And the thing about options is if you don't know how to manage your risk, you can get hurt pretty badly. And I definitely did. I started options trading. I did paper trading, which is zero risk. It's basically just playing with imaginary money. And I thought I was ready for the big time, and I wasn't. And I lost over $1,000 in the course of a couple of months. And this was not necessary because if I had known about futures trading, you can get started in futures trading with real money on the line, but with a lot lower risk. And that's why I want to talk about it for the beginners out there. But futures trading can seem a little bit daunting if you've never done it before or if you don't know much about it. So the first thing I want to tell you about is what firm you should use. Because when I got started, the only firm I would be hearing about was called Apex Trading. So let's start there. If we go to Apex Trading, it's ATF.com. And this is what it looks like, right? And Apex Trading, they almost always have some kind of a discount happening. So currently it's 80% off evaluations and $35 resets. What that means is when you do futures trading, there's a initial phase called an evaluation phase where you have to pass that. Once you pass that, you then get into a funded account. You have to pass a certain threshold in the funded account. And once you finally do that, then you're eligible to take real profits out of your futures trading account. But Apex Trading, let's take a look here. So currently 80% off evaluations, $35 resets. I actually have a code that gets you some kind of a discount. Check it out below the video. But if we were to check this out right now and you hit get started, you can see what the options are. So there's the different account sizes you can use. So you can see it starts all the way from 25,000 all the way up to, it looks like 300,000. Okay. But this isn't actual money that you get to play with. This is like almost like imaginary funds for the evaluation phase that you have to then pass. Okay. You have to trade really well, follow their rules, and then you get to go to the next phase. So if you're just starting out, if you were to look at the $25,000 account, basically it's not $25,000 account. It's pretty much a $1,500 of funds that you are allowed to lose. So you can think of it like a $1,500 account. So the 25K has a $1,500 amount that you can lose. The 50,000 has a 2,500 amount you can lose. And then your profit goals are how much you have to make. So on the 25K, you have to make 1,500. On the 50K, you have to make 3,000. So let's just say you were to do the 50K, which is probably what I recommend. In reality, that's a $33 per month account with the discount currently going on, the 80% discount. So you would pay $35 a month. And then if you want to reset it, if you blow the account during the month, it's another $35. And then you also have to pay the activation fee once you get the funded account. And it's not very clear here what that is, but I think it's about $150. So if you were to pass the account on your first go, which would be pretty difficult to do, but if you were able to do that, it would be the $35 or $33 plus the, I believe 150, something like that, $150. So you'd pay $180 and then you'd have your funded account. So the other thing about Apex Trading, and I don't recommend this for beginners, but Apex Trading allows you to copy trade up to 20 accounts. So you see people on Twitter, for example, boasting these huge profitable days, and that's because they are trading 20 accounts. But if you're starting out, if you're a beginner, I recommend to only start with one account. Okay, you don't need more than that. So that's the first funding website that is probably the most popular. However, Apex has some drawbacks. First of all, it has something called a trailing drawdown, and we can go over that in another video, but basically that means as your profit goes up during the day, the drawdown, which is the most amount you're allowed to lose, also follows you up during the day. So if you're in a trade and it goes up and down really quickly, that can hurt you pretty badly. And that's, to me, I feel like that's kind of an unnatural way to trade, but some people, especially scalpers, like it. Anyway, so that's Apex Trading. The next one I want to tell you about is TopStep. TopStep is probably one of the most popular firms as well, and it's very customer friendly. Compared to Apex, it doesn't have that trailing drawdown. It's a daily drawdown, which makes a lot more sense to me. And it has a 5 funded account maximum. So while Apex has 20, TopStep has 5, but TopStep also has a lot less rules. I would say better customer service. They also have an interesting YouTube channel, etc. So if you're thinking about starting with TopStep, you can see what that costs. And currently that costs $49 per month. So the Apex was $35, I believe. So $49 per month. And then the resets are the same price. It's another $49. And then when you get to the funded account, again, it's like another $150. So it's a few dollars more than Apex in this case. But like I said, it's probably a better way to trade. So if you are a beginner, I wouldn't hesitate to tell you to try using TopStep, and I would recommend using their trading platform called TopStep X when you purchase an account. The third website that I want to tell you about is MyFunded Futures. This is probably my favorite website at the moment for evaluations. Why? First of all, it's just a nice site. It's got a really nice dashboard, really nice data for you, good rules. So the same thing, they don't have the trailing drawdown. But to me, the best part is that, first of all, you can pass it in a single day, your evaluations, whereas with TopStep, you have to pass it in 2 days. I think I like being able to pass it in 1 day if I'm able to. But also, currently there's a discount, and also even when there isn't a discount, it's $80 a month for the $50,000 account, and that includes 0 activation fee. So the other ones were like $30 plus $150 activation fee. MyFunded Futures is $80, or in this case, if you're a new user, $48, and then 0 activation fee. So that's the best deal online, in my opinion, right now. And with MyFunded Futures, you have a three account maximum when you have funded accounts. So Apex was 20, TopStep was 5, MyFunded Futures is 3. And with Apex and with MyFunded Futures, both of them, what you're going to end up doing is using a software called Tradevate. You can also connect Tradevate to TradingView, which is a very popular charting software, and then you can trade directly on the chart. So this is my TradingView. It has some indicators on there that you can see. We can go over that in another video, but the point is you can trade directly on the chart, which is pretty cool. So MyFunded Futures, highly recommended. Check out the code in the link below or the description below, and that'll get you an extra discount when you buy a MyFunded Futures account. It'll also help the channel if you don't mind helping me out. And finally, another pretty good one that I've used in the past also is Take Profit Trader. Currently, Take Profit Trader is an $85 evaluation fee plus a $130 activation fee. So now let's talk about the benefits of trading futures, and this is pretty straightforward. But the benefits of trading futures, in my opinion, are, first of all, lower risk. Like I said, you could trade for an entire month and just risk the cost of your evaluation. If you trade with proper size, if you don't try to win it all in one day or with no patience, but you're more about your strategy and about following your system, then you could pay $35 for an entire month of trading practically. That's a big difference to trading options. There's real money involved. So when I started trading options, I was using paper trading. I was doing fine, but it's a huge difference when there's real money involved, even if it's just $30. And finally, you can leverage in a major way when you're ready. As you saw, some of these firms allow you to have 20 trading accounts at the same time that copy each other, or 5, or even 3. The reality is, even with one funded account, you could change your life. However, you could leverage in a major way when you're ready, and that's how you see some of these guys on social media with these huge payouts. It's because they have a system that they follow, and they're able to leverage in a major way. But let's talk about the drawbacks of trading futures. First of all, it can feel like monopoly money because you pay your money, and then it's just like you have thousands of dollars that you are risking, but you know also that as soon as you blow it, you could just buy another evaluation for $30 again. And some people rack up huge losses this way, actually, because it becomes something where it almost doesn't feel real. I've had that problem before. The drawdown can be a huge challenge. We didn't really go into the specifics of what drawdown is. I'll make another video around that. But even when you're successful, even when you're in the green, you'll still have a drawdown right behind you until you're able to pass to the next level. So even when you're in your evaluation and you have to make $3,000, let's say you're up $2,500. If you tilt and you lose $2,000 the next day, you're done. You blew your account. Whereas in real money, in real cash accounts, that obviously doesn't happen. And even when you're in your funded account, you still have to go past a certain amount before you don't have any more drawdown. So drawdown is always behind your back with futures, and that can be stressful and that can be challenging. And finally, because of that, because of drawdown, because of sometimes not following your risk or not following your strategy, it can be difficult to reach a payout. You can have a huge day, and if this was real money, a cash account, you'd be able to take some of that money. But because it's a futures account, you could have a huge day and then the next day tilt and give it all back and you're done. And it's like you never traded. It's zero. You just lost the evaluation. So that to me are the biggest benefits and drawbacks of trading futures. But to close out this video, do I recommend you trade futures if you're just starting out? I do. I recommend that you buy one evaluation account with the provider of your choice. Currently, I think MyFunded Futures is a great choice, but TopStep, Take Profit Trader, Apex are all fine also. I probably wouldn't recommend Apex for someone just starting out because of the trailing drawdown that the other ones don't have. However, I recommend you buy one evaluation and just learn a system if you feel like you're ready. Otherwise, paper trade, and when you're ready, just do it with one evaluation account and see if you can pass the evaluation, see if you can get to the funded and how you do. So if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments and I will talk to you soon.